Join us every weekend, oh, the vibe's so fine. Saturday, sit down with Mr. Drayton. Shine!
Grab a friend.
Hey, you guys!
What up? What up? What up? What up? Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for the Saturday sit down with your man Greg Thompson, Mr. Drayton. Hola, como está bien for those who have not yet been deported. Hi. I'm just saying. Each and every Saturday. Each and every Saturday. And lucky on you if you have not. They coming to get you. I do each and every Saturday. I drag along the homies, and then I put Malcolm in the basement and make him do technical stuff and pick his afro down there. I see you, Malcolm. You ain't fooling nobody. Each and every Saturday here on the Saturday Sit Down with your man, me, Gregory Thompson, Mr. Drayton. Welcome. Mike, Mr. Dion. Good morning, good afternoon. It's afternoon. I need to start acting like it's afternoon. Now, I would like to first introduce my lovely co-host from the 6 leagues below the sea down there in Tijuana with a cat and a sewing machine. Bag Daddy, Hat Daddy, Daddy of the podcast, Daddy of Tijuana, Daddy of the grass, Daddy of the shelf putting up in the garage. Portia, let me tell y'all something. Your friends should never tell you that they can do stuff. Because I am making a motherfucking list around this motherfucker. He gonna be like, oh, I'm just coming to holler at you for a week or so. No, nigga, stay too. I got a whole bunch of shit for you to do. Don't even worry about it, Portia. He'll be back in place shortly. My man, 20 grand, Tuesday nights on Swag for Life. Check him out right here on this very network. If you want to check us out on YouTube, www.youtube.com/MailMediaMind 2, because they stole one. If you would like to join us on Facebook, Mail Media Mind still, Instagram, Mail Media Mind, X, formerly known as Twitter. Fuck you, Elon, very much. Don't go to Twitter. Don't go to X because they got a virus going on there. They got a viral STD going on over there. You know,
not a STD.
So wear an electronic condom when you go over there. No, seriously, X has a really bad some viral thing going on. I'm not just picking on Elon.
That's why I'm not over there anymore. So
he needs to be
let them have it. It's a cesspool over there anyway these days. So
now I introduced you to this young lady a couple of weeks ago. She is the nation's premier rapper, the next up and coming big thing. Missy with a pussy in her lap, an actual pussy. She does have a pussy in her lap.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with y'all? You see?
Why are you like this? Why?
That's a good question.
I am just trying to do my job here. Does she not have a furry, tan-colored pussy in her lap?
No,
America.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go with that.
Where's James? I need James to verify what's in your lap right now. I mean, people, listen.
I mean, we can see the cat. we see it. We see, and adorable. By the way, he's absolutely adorable.
Thank you.
Yes. T'Challa only wishes he could.
Wait a minute now. We will
He's
not.
the show.
We're not going to T'Challa bash over here now.
Why not?
He works hard. I told Swag he works midnights. He does the best he can do over there. You know what I mean? He's in it to win it. But my girl Pete Candy's in the building once again. Whenever I don't understand something and I need an abstract view, I'm gonna call her. And so I have some things in my sus box today that she needs to help me with. I need her.
After how you started this show, let me get prepared.
I am definitely on one today. I'm working on a new segment for next week called Dear White People.
Okay.
So just tune in. It's my interactions with white people have changed since 47 has gotten elected. My interactions have become very interesting. But thank you, P Candy. If you want to catch P Candy on all the social medias at P Candy, and you can also catch her. Hey, she prefers you go to Apple Music because it pays the most.
It pays the most.
It pays.
So Apple
And
Music.
we try. See what we're doing. Hey, listen, Mr. Dion, Mike, we in hard times. Listen, we in hard times. We're trying to collect the most of this money that we can. So please go to Apple Music and stream P Candy. It has this song that I love called Anxiety because I have it all the time. So
yeah, I hope it helps you. I hope that song helps people get through their anxiety.
It does. It's really kind of a blueprint to
So it's how I feel. Okay.
Right. So, like to say good morning, good afternoon to Africa, India, England, California, Mr. Dion, the nether regions of North Carolina, Mr. Mike, every Virginia, LA, all the peoples everywhere else. Let's jump right into this thing on the Saturday sit down. Since we're all seated, my ass cheeks are lifted and separated in my seat. You know, the chair lifts, separates. We don't have to have with those other conversations that we've had.
I'm done. I can't even eat my brunch because of you. You do it too much. I swear to God.
Says the one. Oh, now I can't say because she's removed the pussy from her lap. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start off in my sus box. Now, the thing about this, you want to put up that graphic. Now, I'm going to tell y'all again that I do not reveal, names and places, but I do read situations. And today's two situations I have are really interesting. I'm just like, wow, y'all trust me with this. Good luck on y'all. Okay. The first one is, Dear Talented. I like to call myself that because I give myself. Was that T'Challa singing in the back?
It is.
Oh, hit that high note like Mariah. I heard him.
I don't know what he's doing. He's just. I think he's a little jealous of me.
It's all about you, T'Challa. It's all about you.
T'Challa, you better stay your ass off that couch. I ain't forget that talk we gotta have this week.
That part.
I ain't forget you, bro. Stay your ass off that new sofa, bro. All right. So in my sus box this week, well, this has been sitting there for a while. I must admit, I have been neglecting. So Cream calls his fans creamsicles. I call mine the whores. So neglect. They love that. They don't call y'all my whores. They my whores.
Okay.
So I have been neglecting my whores in my inbox, and but I'm digging through it. Literally, I'm digging through it. So after 3 years, dear Talented, after 3 years, my partner has revealed to me that he's been in recovery from a crack addiction when he was younger. He says he spent a couple of years in his formative 20s on the streets doing crack. His mother put him out for his drug abuse. He has since gotten himself together, gotten a degree, gotten a job, and now is the person that I know. With the revelation, Booker 210. With this revelation, I don't know if I know him anymore. I feel like I'm sleeping with the enemy. Movie reference, loved it. I feel like I'm sleeping with the enemy, and I no longer know my partner. However, as I look at him, he is the person that I know. I am sad. They're always confused. Don't be confused. It's okay. Signed, sad, and confused. I'm gonna go to P Candy first. P Candy. P Candy.
Oh,
He like that. It's
why would I always do? I don't never be knowing what to expect on this goddamn show.
I mean, seriously, because it's the
Um,
sit down. You got to sit down with me.
I just have questions. Why did he not tell that person
Well,
before?
I have answers. I have answers.
Why
Oh.
wasn't it said before, and why does it matter now?
Okay,
That part.
that part. So he says the reason he did not disclose it, things were going so well, and he was afraid. So of course, fear is a motivator.
Right. So
Right.
why does it matter? If things are going so, why would you bring it up? It was never a factor in the first place. Now you put something in the back of somebody's head.
Well, wait a minute. Now, but you have to give people the option. It may not be a factor now, but it could have been in them dating in the beginning.
If it was, then he would have known about it before.
No, I mean, dude kept it.
Right. So if he was able to
Right. In other words, he felt like if he disclosed it, then they wouldn't be together now. If they had discussed it when they were dating, the guy would have been like, "Oop, red flag. I'm not interested," and been gone.
So if that's the person you think you're with, then either break up. But I think you're creating conflict where there isn't. Just to be honest, I think it's just messy. For one,
Right.
you didn't tell me beforehand. So if you thought I was gonna break up with you then why are you telling me now? Like, is that it's manipulation? Is it you don't think I'm gonna break up with you now that you know that you got me or something? I understand how you feel comfortable, you know what I mean? But if it was never an issue, then why are you making it one now? Like it
Ooh, you
wasn't.
are such an evolved person. Oh my God, I love you more now than I ever. You are so evolved. Swag. Well, I feel like I know what your opinion is. Y'all are some kind people down there. Y'all just kind, because I got a whole nother perspective. Y'all are kind motherfuckers. This is kind. That is good to know in my future life.
Yeah.
My tribe is kind. But go ahead, Swag.
Yeah, go ahead, Swag.
Okay, so here's my thing. I sort of agree with Portia. My thing is just like if everything is going good now, if you feel like this is the person that you met and fell in love with and whatever, does their past really matter that much? Because we all got a past. Like we all got things that I would ask him. So have you come clean about your entire history with your partner? Have you told him? Because lots of people have things that are issues for them. Things like what body count and political affiliation and things like that. But my thing is like people can change, and just because that's who you were, 10, 15, 20 years ago doesn't necessarily mean that's the person you are today. If your partner can look at you and there's no way they would have known this other than the fact that you tell them, that it seems like they got it pretty much under control. But it may be a good thing that they did disclose that, so that maybe that partner can be like, okay, if you relapse, I'm watching you. But I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bath. That's just me. My thing is just like, I would probably be a little bit upset that they didn't share that with me. But again, if I see them as a good person now, if I feel like they've overcome this, then I'm not gonna hold somebody's past against them and be like, well, you lied to me, Negro.
Yeah,
So,
that's not what I'm gonna be mad about. I'm gonna be mad about the fact that you're trying to create conflict. If I never knew about it and I didn't ask you about it, there's no red flag about it. We going on about our days, and my mind is just dip, 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 dip. Why would you do that now? And if you knew I was the kind of person that cared, if I never got with you, then on principle, I would feel some kind of way about me. Like, am I bigoted? Am I really gotten the opportunity to look past
but
somebody?
there's probably a part of them that said if they ever found this out, it would be like, oh, why didn't you ever tell me this? If you're not telling me this, what else are you not telling me? So then, Why not just go ahead and just get it out?
Because I'm gonna start taking the TV to work and shit. I mean, you know what I mean? It's all kinds of shit. I'm gonna start locking up my checkbook. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hide the mother nigga. You can't have no credit card no more.
I'm not breaking up with the person because they were a crackhead. I'm breaking up with the person because you're creating conflict where there isn't one. If you really felt the need that if I was going to find out one day, then why did you stay with me? Why did you lock me down? Why did you have it so good? If you really thought that I could have overlooked it, then why didn't you tell me in the beginning? Why does it matter now? That's what.
Wait. So now let me give my take on this.
You get what I'm saying?
No.
Why does it matter now?
No, I do not. And the reason it matters now, audience, to me, this is, the reason it matters is it's a matter of trust. It's a matter of, so you build this bond, and you forge this bond on the person that you thought you knew. So, right. Pikandi, let's say you and I have been dating for, some years, and then you tell me, well, no, that's not. I used to be a man, but that's not good. Right? Or you tell me like, hey, I had a pretty serious heroin problem in the 90s. And that's why I don't really take my shoes off because I got needle marks between my toes. And I'm like,
I can tell you that's why that matters. You answered why it matters because I've been questioning why you can't take your socks off around me, and now you're forming a bond and trust. See, you provided a situation that answered him.
I said that because I love her.
This mofo told me out the blue, we own Cloud9, and I don't have that issue.
But wait a minute. But so now, right? But it now becomes another. It's like a tree with a seed that grows into another thing. And the other thing that it grows into is that you did not, it's like somebody disclosing their STD history. Now, I know, do the straights do this? Do y'all have to tell each other what your status, what your HIV status is?
You're supposed to.
Because I know my straight friends are just hitting it. They don't. I mean, he was like, my boy just told me the other day. He was like, Greg, I met this chick at the stoplight, and I followed her to the crib and I banged her. I was like, yeah, man, I hope you have some condoms. He was like, nah, nigga, fuck that.
Well, that's those people. Some of the other people.
No, but I know it's part of, because the gays, we live through an epidemic of HIV. It's scourged, so that's a part of our dating situation.
Yeah, it's just upfront. Yeah, it's part of it. I wouldn't say I've already been, through that, and I guess we've been locked down for years at this point. So I don't know if the straights are still doing it. Back in my day, I guess I could say.
I know.
It sounded like that was like 20 years ago.
Portia, I just thought about when you said that. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get some wedding cake. Oh God, what the fuck are they getting?
You're supposed to though. It's just human nature to just
she ignored me.
Stay healthy. Like
you said she ignored me. I love that.
I'm just gonna go right.
I'm gonna say it again. Now that you said that, I was like, I cannot wait for y'all to get married so I can get some wedding cake. I want some wedding cake so bad.
I'm done. What do y'all?
Even Greg would be the only reason Frank people get married so he can get some cake.
Right, I'm gonna have to send him a text message later.
I like cake anyway, so.
Right, I was like, hey, why don't you marry us so I can get some wedding cake?
Okay.
I'm gonna put that in the universe and see what happens. I feel like, the cats can be the groomsmen and stuff.
That would be adorable. Get them their little harness. Okay.
Yeah, I got a whole thing in my head.
I do too.
You got a flower cat. You got a flower cat and a ring bear cat.
Y'all are there. I am off on a tangent. This is the thing about it. I've been trying to.
But yeah, go ahead.
So, but my point is with this now, it speaks to an issue of trust. It does, and you have to be careful. So I know, like when in the LGBT, the Chippewa community, the LGBTQIA community, you have to disclose those things from the beginning.
Right.
that you're a heroin addict and all that other stuff, right?
Well, no, it's like you have to talk about your status. You have to talk about you don't talk about your body count because ain't nobody got all decade.
Yeah.
You know, because the
Nobody-
gays, let me tell y'all something, gays. Y'all some sexually active motherfuckers.
Okay, I'm done. This is
Y'all
where I
No.
but-
The gays gonna fuck now. Let me tell you something. If the gays got 10 friends, they done fuck 6 of those.
And that's being generous when you say 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
no comment.
Am I correct? Let me tell you, right. Everybody fucking know. I mean, yeah. Let me
But
tell you.
I think in any relationship, whether it be gay, straight, pan, whatever orientation you are, there has to be some honesty up front, you know. Now, because we've been down this road before with other people who have said like, oh, you know, I got this thing, and every time I disclose this to people, they want to run for the hills and they don't want to be bothered with me, whatever. And if that's your cross to bear, then that's your cross to bear. Better to go ahead and just get that out front and let the cars fall what they may, because you may find somebody who's just like, you know what, that doesn't seem to be
And you
you
never
now.
have
I
to
don't
have it in the
care.
back of your head again.
Right.
Exactly
And you never
right.
have to worry about it coming out and bite you in the head.
I have a person in my life, and they have herpes, and that is a very difficult thing. I think people rather have HIV these days than herpes. People still, I don't want to be pussing and bumping up, you know. So
Right.
I'm not, because I don't want nobody tracking. I'm not going to give their gender. So they, you know, join out, you know, and so some year we've been way back since single digits. And so
Mhm.
one day I was like, hey, you know, there is a website for people with the herpes.
Right.
And I said, you need to go on there and go and find, you know, a person with the herpes. You know what I mean? Y'all make that happen. So there are options. And so what I think, and here's my honest and sobering opinion. My opinion is when you don't disclose everything, you take the other person's options off the table.
Right.
That is my problem. You did not trust me to make a pertinent and prudent decision. So now I'm going back into what else don't you trust me with?
Right.
Nigga, I took you on with bad credit, you know, all those things. And now here you go with this bullshit. Like, no, it wouldn't have mattered in the beginning because I would have been like, wow, that's incredible. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
You know? But now I'm like,
Give me the chance to do that. That's
right,
yeah.
exactly. Now I'm like, this secret squirrel motherfucker. Right. Now I'm gonna start taking this shit to work with me. I'm gonna put the TVs in the car and shit. And
That's why I said
I'm gonna come home with a safe, motherfucker. I'm gonna start locking up the valuables and shit.
Oh no.
you're wrong. You're just wrong.
I mean, really, because then now you are lacking. You have told me that you don't trust my opinion. You know what I mean? Or you don't trust my judgment. My judgment to you is off. Or you think I'm judgmental. No, because like every other American, there's somewhere in my family there is a history of drug abuse or alcoholism. So realistically, none of us are strangers to it. Why would I be close to it? I mean, people could be, but that is my problem, America. Don't take anybody's options off the table. You know what I'm saying? A bitch got a cock eye, you find you a motherfucker with a cock eye, and y'all just be cock eyed together.
That's just not how it works. Go on to the next one. I'm not doing this. See, now I'm about to do this today. Not today.
So wait a minute. Now, if you got a cock eye, shouldn't you? And motherfuckers got a problem with your cock eye. You go out, find you a motherfucker with a cock eye, and y'all live happily ever after. Your dating profile should say, "In search of a bitch with a cock eye."
Okay.
You know? If you got buck teeth, bitch, be like, I need a bitch that's. I need a bitch in need of an orthodontist.
You're not
That's
supposed
what
to
you do.
discriminate. That's the point. Everybody's supposed to just be free to everybody. Apparently,
That is not the case. Oh my god. Oh my God. Will you listen?
I
Back
get
in the
it.
day,
I
back in the day, right? Back in the day when you
I
was in the
have
street, sister.
preferences.
Listen, back in the day when you was in the street, you get, it's Friday night. You left the job. You put your little freakum dress on.
Not the
You know,
freakum.
right? You put the Beyonce in the car in your Geo Metro. You listen to Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck. Whatever happened. So,
Flag, why you get him started? That's my
right. So then you go to the club, you be like, he too short, he too fat, he too, you know what I mean? Right.
Yup.
And then here go this motherfucker, he drunk, he kicking the right game. So to say, guys, listen, that's bullshit. Everybody say, well, you don't have a type.
Everybody know they got preferences. I definitely.
Malcolm was talking about this the other day, and I know you can hear me, Afro Master. He was talking about smells, and like if our smells ain't compatible, I'm not doing this.
That is so true.
I have to enjoy your
type woman. Correct.
Yeah. Is that what it's essentially that's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going, no.
Because it's supposed to be a biological instinct for you to like be naturally attracted to people that, have better genes. Like we're supposed to be able to smell people that smell bad. Per se, that's why I didn't like perfume and everything because that's another mask. Like makeup. Yeah, it's a mask. So you're supposed to be attracted to somebody's musk, and the muskiest person I don't like them. You get what I'm saying? But I'm supposed to like the guy that just when he sweats, he just glistens. But you can't.
You have gained about 3,800 gay fans.
I'm just.
They're all about that body, or they was like
the gays like a little. Some of the gays like a little sweat, not all.
All the gays like a little funky.
You do.
Do they though?
I want to know what you smell like. I want to know what you smell like, so I can see if I'm okay with that. Not this nigga stank next to me in the bed, and I find that out later after all the Tommy Hilfiger whatever cheap cologne he done wore that came off. No, that'd be disgusting. No, you coming from the gym and you sweating and you smelling good while you sweating. What you talking about?
Let me tell you something. My broke ass will spend some money on some colognes. I don't know how I feel about that. Joe Malone is my friend.
I wear cologne.
Even my motherfucking sweat smells like Joe Malone.
Yeah, I wear perfume. Darwinism is dead, so I cheat too. I'm not even gonna hold you. I definitely cheat as well because I like smelling like oxygen or Gucci today. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I like to walk
past the natural thing no more. So
I like to walk past a hoe at work and be like, damn, my back draft is like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
So nowadays we've adapted to where we pick the person that smells the best with certain expensive colognes. So if certain people stink wearing Sauvage or the Gucci Guilty, then I'm like, ugh.
That's my shit too, though. I love Gucci Guilty. Shout out to Gucci. Send me some free shit.
I love Guilty.
Send me some free shit. Gucci Guilty, Gucci Guilty, Gucci Guilty. Send it to me. Y'all ain't got back, Chris. Well, we do have a second thing in my inbox, and this was a little more tender. Just a little more tender. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, as a person that has a biological child, I do not know how to feel about this.
Me neither.
Right. So the most talent. I always put how I want to feel in these openings. They usually just start with hey, but I say.
Not hey.
Right, but I'm going to go ahead and say, dear the most talented Mr. Drayton, my partner and I would like to start a family. We would love to ask his sister to carry our child. How do we approach this? What is step one? Well, first of all, are y'all cool? I mean, you got to know if she a down-ass chick. You know what I mean? First of all.
No, it's not step one at all. I don't agree.
What is step one?
Get your money up. It's all.
You have to pay her?
It's everything in order because it doesn't have to be her. What if she says no? Do you have enough to where you have a backup? Get your money up. You need A, B, C, and D with step one. Step one should take care of if step 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Well, so you done missed the whole point. The man want his sister.
Correct.
So his partner can impregnate his sister, and they both can be a part of the baby.
No. And that can happen without it being sex.
Hey,
It can happen
no.
with a turkey baster. I'm not thinking of that. What I'm
No,
thinking
no,
about,
no. We're not talking about the semantics of how you get it in there, how you
what
get
I'm
it in the
thinking
cooter.
about is, do they have enough money for a child? Not everybody has enough money for
Yeah,
children. They just
obviously.
want one.
So down in the conversation, they do, because that was my question. They all of that is taken care of.
All right.
And the baby not gonna be on welfare. They ain't got
All
no
right.
work.
I don't got time to pay
They
taxes for
they not
somebody.
gonna be. They not gonna. The baby not gonna be eating King Vitamin. From the WIC
Good.
out.
We
No.
need smart. They need to be vegan.
King
They need to be Andre 3000 vegan. Okay? No, just
Oh
I say
Lord.
fuck that shit now. It's crazy.
listen. That man is ripped. Don't talk to me about it. Okay? He looked great. At 60. He's
I
60.
saw him. I saw him in traffic a couple of days ago. I was on my way to the world, and yeah, he's super nice.
He is.
I waved. He waved. I was like, nigga, I love that flute. I hope he won't think I'm making like a dick gesture.
I do. I love the flute.
That's my meditation.
Okay, here's my take on this. So, because there's a lot that's gonna have to be discussed to have this happen, because do they want her to be a part of the baby's life? Do they want her to be the aunt? Or do they want her to be a co-parent? Is she gonna be cool with giving up her parental rights? Like, there's a lot of logistics here.
Right.
Now I get why they're wanting the sister to do it, because and just let you in on a little secret, Portia. Sometimes the gays want to have a baby, and since two men can't have a baby, sometimes they will ask a family member to carry it, so at least it's sort of kind of genetically close to them, but not actually. So that's the reason why they do it. It's gonna really depend on how cool they are with her and how cool she is with doing it, because again, some people are gonna be freaked out by this, because how we do. It's like, well, this baby is gonna be my child, but his aunt is actually his mother, and so his cousins are actually like their half brothers and sisters. It's like, that can get kind of interesting at the reunion.
What's funny? So we have nothing near that in my family, but my nephew is more like my little brother. We're only 10 years apart.
Right.
But with that said, his nephew calls him Uncle Daddy.
Okay.
Why the fuck are you telling that baby to call you Uncle Daddy? Uncle Daddy, Uncle Daddy. And so he was like, "Oh, it just stuck." I was like, "No.
Nothing like that sticks.
It doesn't. You train that baby to say that."
Yeah.
But to be fair, my granddaughter calls me Gregory. So what does one do?
I mean, what is she supposed to not call you? That's your name, though.
Paw, granddaddy, nigga that give me shit, anything.
No, I mean,
not by their first name. Not by their first name.
She's just out with it like a grown lady.
But I mean, my thing is just, if they really want to do this, you just need to just approach her and let her know this is what you want, and see what her reaction is going to be. It may not be the reaction that you want. She may be horrified at the thought of doing this.
Well, so okay, let me give you the follow up on this. So the follow up, the questions I asked, I said, well, obviously for you all to think about this, she must be a cool chick. And he said, yes, she's very cool. I think she would be at least open to the thought of. I said, well, that is wonderful. So financially, you guys are good. Spiritually, you guys are good. You're in a good place, baby. The relationship is good. He said, yeah, everything is fine. I said, now, is there a plan B for baby? If because some the gays can get married now. You guys got baby fever. I get it. Your biological clock is ticking. Your man puss is on fire, whatever it is. I don't know what happened. But Portia, you cannot look out the window. The window behind you. I've seen your ass. So, but the opinion of the talented Mr. Drayton is be prepared. Be prepared. Like, be prepared. No, be prepared for questions.
Yeah.
prepared for answers. Be prepared for your mama to lose her shit. Because that's
Yeah.
that you did not. Because then I was like, hey, is your mom still with us? He said, yes. I said, now, how is she about your relationship? Oh, she's cool. Now, it's cool until you start involving
Children.
her grandchildren.
Right. Exactly.
He said, I never
Exactly.
thought about that. I was like, yes. So have a family conversation. Include your mom
Right.
and things of that nature. I don't know. So
Well, update me on that story. That one is does he have a Reddit username or anything?
no, I am no, because I try to keep it. I ask
Private.
for follow-ups. Yeah, so Portia, you weren't here for. We have a viewer that loves to date prisoners.
Oh
So
God.
we always.
Oh, God.
It's totally entertaining. So we asked for updates on his latest prisoner acquisition.
Why is there so many prisoners? Why isn't it not just one? Why did you name it with a plural? That's swag. Help me out here. Why is there a plural?
I would implore you to go back and watch older episodes of the Saturday Sit
I'm
Down.
gonna have to and check up on that.
Or tune in on Patreon while I catch her up because she's gonna be like, no, right? So it's really horrible. The people have gotten out of jail and took in all of the stuff while he was at work.
Right.
What?
See, that face was coming. Somebody called Joe. Yeah, like the man went to work and all this stuff was gone. But tune in to a future situation. Yeah, I mean, you don't have a girlfriend that likes people that ain't free. You don't have that girlfriend of yours. Swag, do you have a friend that likes prisoners? Do you have a friend like
No.
Why?
the same thing is unavailable people are the same thing. They unavailable people.
Why do women date married men? Like that's
I have a whole girl that loves married men because she does.
why?
I mean,
But they like the unobtainable. They like the forbidden fruit, the things that they're not supposed to have. They want to challenge their womanhood to see can I wheel him away from somebody else.
and maybe they like that ass whooping that's pending. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? I want somebody that
somebody free. If we would like to get married at some point, we could. If we wanted to cohabitate, we could. I mean, so I always listen to my whores. Listen, love yourself. Put yourself in the best situation for yourself. Dating attached people is not. Stay single. Because listen, I promise you, if you stay single, you can fuck who you want.
Right, without repercussions,
You can do what you want. You can go where you want. You can say, Dr. Diggler, Thursday nights, Cream Diggler Digest. He talks about, like, we always fuck around and like, oh, would you date a man for money? And then what would be? So I'm going to be full disclosure. I have, and that type of thing comes, and I didn't date him for money. He just had money. But him having money came with so much other shit that I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was too much, you know, and he was a public figure. And I was like, this is
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. What
know.
about you, Swag? Have you be quiet about it. We want to know your business. Talk about it.
Yikes.
So you already know my business. You know I was with somebody for what, 17 years? So, you know, that's not my story.
Never mind. See, he ain't no
Sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you with my boring life.
Boy, we know. You know, I always call, and he's the good angel and
right. I'm the one with the halo over my head.
Right. Oh, you know, when I feel like just hitting the roof, I call him up and he'd be like, "Oh, Greg, You know, you're gonna do the right thing. Like fuck that! I'm gonna kick all that, punch a
Right.
bitch.
You gotta call me so that we can be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are they doing this?
Yeah, I know. You to jump off. You to jump off. You'd be like,
swag, it's more like, yeah, but think about it. Think about it.
right. I'd be like, boy, something to sell you $50. Get in the car.
Let's go. Let's go.
Her and Booby in the front seat passing the blunt, you know what I mean? Going by, you know, buying duct tape for their knuckles and shit. I like it.
Lord,
I like a motherfucker that's wrong. Just get it to fight. Just fight.
But yeah, I guess.
The Gemini, I'm gonna just be perfectly honest before I give you my synopsis of this. The Gemini in me often wakes up and chooses violence. I do.
Not chooses violence. Shut it, yeah.
I choose it. I choose it, but
I'll just make sure to call y'all use your one phone call to call me when y'all in jail.
You choose violence. Make sure. No, I do not choose violence. Love one another and be peaceful and multiple.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste. Dog, we're down. Do it now. I cannot take this. So listen, I just mentioned Cream Diggler Thursday nights on.
Oh yeah, Cream Diggler. Like
yes, great show, huge success, great wigs. I feel like Aretha Franklin saying that beautiful gowns. Yeah, Hate Retha. I love it. I miss Hate Retha. Aretha Franklin was probably one of the most hateful women. I don't know why. What made her so bitter? I don't know what made her so bitter, and I'm like, she was so talented and so wonderful. But let's. We have a few comments before we move on to the weekly. You want to hit the button this way. It is no different from having multiple people at the same time you talk to. It's just like a period.
I thought there was more to that.
It's just a like period. That's what it's saying. It's just a like period.
Okay. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense when you're talking to multiple people at the same time, but you lie about that. Like, just tell them they're not the only one. That way, the ones that you have in your circle willingly want to be there. The problem with that is most people like to get the good people and taint them. Like, you don't need to cheat. You just need to really be honest. Like, there are so many people that don't want to be seen, that want to be single too. So I just never understood that. Like, no, I don't want to be in a relationship, but, you know, we could be friends with benefits. That's super easy. I don't understand why people just don't do that.
Because it says I'm going to be an adult and I'm going to be accountable for my actions. Ain't nobody doing that. Our president is a man, baby. Why do we have to do that? We could just do whatever the fuck we want. We can cry about it.
I never understood that.
I spilled my milk and you made me do it. Bitch, that was your glass and your milk in your house. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And now we are just in a period of time. And I hate to sound like an old man, but I blame the internet. Like, totally. Like, everybody has a voice.
I was getting cheated on before the internet. I don't.
Well, no. I'm just saying everybody, and I'm just talking about the importance of, them thinking of them thinking whatever they have to say is of the utmost importance. And it's not. Because people don't realize the shit that you post on the internet, and that is a public place. It's like going to the town square and shouting, "I ain't got no drawers on." Yeah. That's it. Or, I ain't combed my kitchen nappy. Things that normally we would have kept private or in our circle. Now, there's this cat on Facebook that says that he every day, oh, nobody loves me. I don't feel like being here.
Mm-hmm.
So one day the devil got in me. And I was like, well, why don't you just, take some pills? Like, stop hurting everybody around you. Just end it. If you're going to end it, stop talking about it. Don't stop being a bitch. Stop talking about it. Go and do it. You're so cruel. You're so hateful. You're so mean. No, what I'm tired of doing is looking up on your Facebook page. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
And
because for years I was that cat. Are you okay? Do you need some water? No, nigga, do it. Let me
You
help
told
you.
Flower that was
Yeah,
gay.
let me help you. Let me
Poop or get off the pot.
right. Let me
Yeah.
tell you. I can tell you the drugs to take that won't that won't make you throw up before you die.
Okay.
We can do this.
Oh God.
We can do this. And so he stopped doing that. He stopped doing it because right. And I was being very happy. I do not want to see anybody commit unalive themselves.
Right.
I don't. But I was being very bombastic at the time and letting him know, listen, people care about you. But you cannot be the boy that cried wolf all the time. You can't because because you got to think about the one day that you actually do it, I would feel so guilty because that'd be the one day I didn't respond to you.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and put it down. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. So of course,
Plus, people that are gonna do it don't look for attention. They look to do like we didn't know anything about Robin Williams. It still makes me sad to this day. Nobody knew, and it's like those are the ones that do it, not the ones that go online every day and they're like, "Yeah, what about today? What if I did it today?" Those are what I call attention whores. You're looking for attention.
now I have somebody in my friend circle who their husband went in the garage and
Oh no.
unalived himself on Facebook Live. Well, they cut the live off right before they did it, and they unalived themselves in the garage. And I'm just like, the unimaginable pain that you have to go through to be able, that you're going to. So please, if you are feeling that way, reach out to us. We have different supports.
Oh, I thought you were about to do a dark humor joke. I was about to say, leave a note. Tell us why.
I was
Okay.
right. No, I was not. If you have any thoughts of unaliving yourself, please send us a message. We can get some help in your area, city, state, and or country. We have a vast network of resources, and we have the Underground Railroad of Gays. We will get you where you need to be. So now we've come to one of my favorite parts of the show, because now this week I was available to be on most panels, but sometimes I have to miss a show or two. So what I like to call the weekly rewind.
Okay, what happened this week?
Right, yes. Right here on M3, we have a plethora of shows for you guys to enjoy. Thank you so much. We have a plethora of shows for you guys to enjoy. And here's just a smattering and a sample of what you've missed this week. Go ahead and do that beautiful thing. See that? It gets started.
So I saw this on TikTok, and I'm gonna let y'all watch it and let me know how you feel, because I have some thoughts. So
As gay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah, that's the hardest thing coming out regardless.
no.
No,
That's not hard for that was hard. That was the hardest thing you've ever had to do. Was come out. In what aspect?
at least have the self-realization. I mean, come on, this was early 2000s.
Wait. How old were you when you talking about self-realization?
Yeah, this was the early 2000s.
How old were you? I don't know what that means.
I was
The
17,
early
18 years old.
2000s?
I was 17 years old.
Before you realized you were gay?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you're a late one.
Hey, stop right there. Stop right there.
Lord,
I like him. I like him because whoever raised him just is a realist. Now he's probably one white person that I don't think is a racist. But what's the question from that?
how do you feel about what he's saying? Where he's expressing that coming out was one of the hardest things he had to do, and this guy's like, "That's the hardest thing you had to do."
I agree with the white dude. I'm like,
Well, I can see kind of where the white dude may not understand that, because in the black families, it is going to be extremely harder than white people to come out.
bitch, I'm not white.
Also, don't you know any gay people had the struggle coming out? Like,
Right.
like I get it's not your experience, but like being so shocked, like, wow, that's difficult.
But no, I'm just like, is that the hard?
But the white boy's gay too, right? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Well, I was just like, I mean, I totally understand the whole thing would come out. I had to take myself back. It's been so long, right? And trying to recount what I was going through, and I you know, but yeah,
in the crib.
It was a difficult time in terms of like being in the church and all that stuff, and wanting to go to hell and all that shit.
Hey, stop right there, Greg. Stop right there.
Why would the white dude even say that if he knows that white
I want to talk a little bit about that very idea of needing to have other people believe what you believe. So yeah, let's talk about that.
I can tell how secure you are in your truth based on how you respond to mine. Because if I just tell you about, what's going on in my life or decisions I've made, and you just start huffing and puffing about your life and how I'm wrong or what I should be doing or the real meaning to life, you're not locked in. You're not locked in. And it's okay. Like, you can keep trying to convince me of your truth, and it's cool, but I know in your heart of hearts, you can't really accept your truth unless I also accept your truth. Because as long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing, you're like, how is that possible? Because you're really wondering, like, am I really locked in? How many of us know people who are like married who just, they not happy? But man, they be pushing it on people. People who maybe go out and party all the time, and they're just always trying to convince everybody else, oh, you soft, you're not drinking, bro. Hang out with some people who are locked into the life they're living, and they're just a good time to be around. They're open, they're honest, they ask questions, they care. Because it's like, there's nothing to prove. But man, you get around some people who are,
I've been that person in the past, and unfortunately, I still have a bit of insecurities about my beliefs and thoughts about it. But I recognize that idea of, trying to get someone to see or hear, that thing that we talked about, like when you're in an argument with someone, and says, I want you to understand what I'm trying to tell you. And like, no, you're trying to control them. You're trying to get them. You're trying to, because you believe that if they heard what you were saying, that they would, see it from your point of view, or at least, stop trying to push their point of view on you. But if you're secure in yourself, you don't need someone else to hear what you said. Like, you can present it. If they don't want to hear it, it's going to become like the Peanuts parents, wah, wah.
What are we thinking, Creamsicles? First of all, people are saying, how dare this be out? This man is in prison, and listen, he's not collecting no money on this. I mean, people are doing worse stuff in prison. If you're on TikTok, you already know, or Twitter. If you're on Twitter, girl, you already know what they're calling, what the prisoners are doing, girl, on social media. So for this man to take his time out just to give us 2 minutes of rhymes, girl, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
This call is from
Robert and can I just bring it back to the stage just for one more time, girl? And I'm gonna bring my girls in, bring John and talk to Mr. Drake here with us tonight, girl. Just one more time, this is a damn, girl.
Now let's get down to business on this breezy beat.
Come on, Creamsicles. Do you have your phone? It's cool, girl. It's all light out.
Making all this money. Don't even send shit to my books for commentary. No, though I'm in this place, I know I don't deserve this.
Down to Mr. Drake and John. Come on in the room. Come on in the room.
It's on my mind. Did I build you up? Build you up. When I wrote you off.
Come on.
Are you not gonna show me love? Show me love. I'm not talking about no cheat. Tell me who's getting all my checks? Where's my money?
Hey.
Tell me who's getting paid for my crime?
Come on, guys.
All of that's supposed to be mine. Oh, who gave you 34 years? Who made you billions of dollars? Who put the R in the R&B spreading and killing me and myself making me all of damn it?
Come on, John. I know they got lights on Android. Oh.
Residuals.
Mm-mm.
They just called me. I gotta go.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm.
Portia, you have any questions, don't you?
Just 3 statements. One, yes, coming out is hard for white people too, because they be sending them to gay conversion camps and all this other stuff and cutting them off financially and all this other stuff. So 2, I'm not gonna get behind R. Kelly, but I can't believe his voice is still the same. Can't believe it's still as immaculate as it's always been.
What else do you have to do but practice? You're in prison.
Okay. And on that note, yes, that was it.
Do you think that was really him, or do you think that was AI?
I think that was really him. AI really doesn't sound unrobotic yet.
I think it was him too. If Tory Lanez could do half of an album in jail,
Yeah,
I'm sure can do a feature.
I think AI helped clean it up, maybe, but I do think.
I mean, and they may have used some. They may have used some.
Well, I think Tory Lanez has another album that just came out. I haven't heard it, but I think I was listening to a podcast and they said he's got another album that just came out, and it's like, how you keep making albums in jail? So, like I said, if Tory Lanez can do it, I guess R. Kelly can do it too. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you got money, so you can call. It ain't like you call your grandma house collect all the time. You can pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? We all had
only get 2 minutes,
so
they're gonna be short.
Well, we all had that one cousin in jail. The grandma, he called grandma house at Christmas. Everybody gotta get around the phone. Hey, little Pete. Hey, little Pete. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, yeah, I'm getting swole up in here, nigga. You know that.
Okay, no. Why does he?
You know that one. You know that cousin. No, I'm just trying to be delicate here. I don't want to, I already get hate mail. So
I know.
I don't want to be hate wreath up in here.
Okay.
Let's. I went with the coming out thing. Now, because I've always been myself, so there was no particular closet I was in. I think my mother was more surprised when I married a woman than anything else.
Yeah.
And not that, I'm a blazing homo, but I mean, your mother, your parents know their kids. And, and it was like I remember as a teenager, I'm like, damn, like he had a fat ass. I'm like, yo, his ass is fat.
Okay.
And my boys would be like, what? I'm like, look, nature's nature, nigga. And I dare anybody say anything because I'll beat a nigga ass. What you gonna do?
Okay.
What? Says what? Picante, piece. Picante.
Yeah. I can't speak. I act like God.
You are speechless? What the? It is February 30th. And
Picante. Go side of the woods of Tijuana, Mr. Talented
But no, the whole thing with that clip, the thing is, like I said, I saw it on TikTok, and it just kind of bothered me because I know, because my coming out wasn't exactly peaches and cream, and I imagine that a lot of people in the Black community do have an issue with their children being gay. So for this guy that's really like, that was hard, like you're a late bloomer, it's like it just felt really kind of disrespectful, because my thing is, not a lot of people are comfortable with coming out as gay, and when they are, some of them are ridiculed for it, some of them are ostracized for it, some of them are thrown out of their family home, they're told don't ever darken our doors again like that. So for him to kind of just be so lackadaisical about it, like that's the hardest thing you had, no. Like I never questioned somebody else's truth, And
Picante, just to add layers to the story, they are a couple. those guys on the podcast, the white guy and the black guy.
No
Right.
way. That's why he felt that comfortable
Way.
talking like that.
Wait,
I guess, but again, I think he's missing kind of the cultural aspect of it and thinking like,
Couple,
you know, to question why somebody would come out so late or why somebody feels like that was the hardest thing they had to do. It's just like, well, maybe for you it was a piece of cake.
right.
Other people it may not have been. So I wouldn't have, especially if it's somebody I cared about, I wouldn't have been like, really? No.
Right, like that. I just felt that's condescending and
now that's the disrespectful part, right?
to his
Right.
work.
I'm not gonna get
Now,
you.
full disclosure, and I don't know how true this is or not, because I told them I would actually watch the entire episode and rejudge for myself. But they claim that clip was that AI basically split it up that way, and so that's not really the reaction that he had. But I'm just like, then you might want to take that clip down and redo it then, because if you say AI did this, AI didn't do you justice.
Man, AI niggas be going to jail fucking around with AI.
Yeah.
That shit, and AI did that shit. I would never do no shit like that.
Right. Like, you know, you can't.
And
You can't
I'm like,
always
what Allen Iverson be having to do with this? Can y'all explain to me? He don't.
Shout out to AI, VA in the building. I love
Shout
it.
out, okay?
I
Because
love
they
it.
be saying
Oh,
AI
sure.
like they
I
don't
know you
what
did
the
not say
shit
Allen
like.
Iverson.
That's what I think of whenever somebody say AI. I swear to God, I'm like, I know I'm of the OG generation because it don't mean artificial intelligence. It mean Allen Iverson all day, every day. Just
Because I thought it was just me. I'm like, damn. That nigga-
okay, just making
Jesus.
sure.
Oh,
Whenever they
Lordy.
say it, I'm like,
He
what
was
did
like
Allen
he was
have?
the smallest point
Practice?
guard. He was the smallest point guard in history, and like the baddest
I thought it was
motherfucker.
Bugsy.
Oh yeah, Bugsy was small.
Baba
I
Bugsy.
think
Small.
Bugsy was 5'10".
Tiny. No, he was just the one that brought out the hood, the cornrows. I got his shoes. I got
Because he
his.
was from VA, baby.
Yeah, he was the one that made him wear baggy shorts. Yes, all credits to him for bringing hip hop into it. I appreciate AI, like straight up. Like if he was a trend, yes, hands down, best trendsetter ever. AI.
One road to the back, you know.
Best designs in America. Have yet to see them replicated. Okay, like this.
It's
dude
still,
just-
it's not bald to this day. Still rocking.
I like that about him. Saw him at a strip club a couple of years ago.
Now, I don't know why. Cream's makeup choices this week were very interesting.
Did you see that? Yeah, I was like,
I was there. Oh yeah, I was there.
Was it? I didn't want to be rude.
No.
He's experimenting. He's
I like
trying
it.
new things.
I like it. I thought it was a
He's
concept.
learning.
You know, it's I'm getting shout out to Cream Digger. I'm getting more comfortable in that. Like that was
I love the pink. I just didn't get. I thought the other one was like a Lion King cosplay. So I did.
I think that's what he was going for. I think.
I loved it. I did. I really loved that.
I think he was going for Unga Bunga realness. I think he was going for Unga Bunga.
Unga Bunga real.
I said
Lordy.
like 3 times, hoping y'all would answer my question.
What was the question?
Was he dressed as Rafiki?
No, he was not.
He was just experimenting. He really wasn't going for anything in particular.
Well,
he was just
if you put it side by
experimenting.
side, I promise you, I got Circle of Life out of that, especially with his mane down right here. It was beautiful. Okay, it was good.
Yeah.
I like.
A lot of people said he was giving the girl from The Ring
No.
Listen,
with the hair. It was the hair.
You go wrong with a 30-inch bust down. Hey, let me tell you.
It looked good though. It really did look good.
Did it? Don't encourage him. Don't.
Okay.
Cream, stop it. Don't encourage him.
About the party today. Go ahead.
Right. So you can catch all those. Did we did the game topic. We did. What was
Really weekly recap, Swag. Thank you, Lord. You always surprise me on this goddamn show. Like, oh my
really?
gosh.
You surprised my big mouth ass. Come on, have you not? You don't know. I have to tell people, listen, this is what happens. This is what happens. So check out Malcolm on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this very network. If you catch us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/mailmemytwo. Why? Because they stole one. Listen.
I still don't get old. Go ahead.
Listen, no, because the address used to be www.youtube.com/mailmediamind. But the one day we came to work and we was like, what the fuck? So somebody took one.
Somebody stole one. All right. It makes sense.
Literally. So now the address is Mail Media Mind 2 Deuce, the sequel. Bigger, better, and different. Get you some.
Right.
And of course, my man Cream Diggler. Shout out to my man Ben and Snap Devon on Sundays at 5 p.m. The Blurred Council. Our hearts, prayers, and thoughts go out to you on the untimely passing of your mother. Well, hope you are hooping it up there in VA. You'll be back soon to reclaim.
Yeah, there will be a rerun tomorrow, but he's planning on next Sunday to be back live. So,
and if you're watching, you still need to come over here and teach me how to play PlayStation.
Okay. See, this man.
What?
Nothing. The man, let the man, Lord. All right. I'm
Yeah,
done.
you ain't say nothing.
I'm done.
Okay.
I got no comment. Look at me fidgeting now.
And so, guess what, Malcolm, can you pump Malcolm? Are you back there? Can you hear me, Malcolm? Paging Dr. Sizemore. Malcolm, can you hear me? Now he's ignoring me, old fuck face. He can hear me. So I will be back on Mondays at noon, starting Monday. I wasn't expecting that one.
oh well, then I can put that other card back, and then can I?
Yeah,
Mail Media Mind.
that's right.
Let me find it. Let's see.
Malcolm, I'm coming back for my throne, shorty. Hey.
Hey,
I'm petty.
look at this right here.
That's right. So now I got one more thing
I
to
ain't doing
share.
shit else.
Okay. So we're gonna have to. I got one more thing to share with y'all. I want to share my new obsession. My new obsession is Beyond the Gates.
Dun, dun, dun.
Daily, 2 p.m. on CBS Eastern Standard Time.
What's it about?
Oh my God, I'm about to go. So can you put up the first family? This is the Duprees. That's Danny Dupree and her sister, the doctor. What's her first name? I forgot her first name. It's,
I can't remember her name now.
That's called a Roxanne. I don't know. But go ahead. So you
Let me
put
look
it
it up. Let me look it up.
Okay. So
While you
you would recognize the other two faces, Clifton Davis from 227, who is now 80 fucking years old and is looking like a goddamn stud muffin. I see you.
A whole stud muffin. Silver
Right,
Fox.
at 80 years old, Silver Fox, right.
Silver Fox.
That's my Christian sister comment. She was like,
There you go.
Clifton can get you better go pray up there.
Eagles.com.
Right. And that's my homegirl, Tamara Tooney. Shout out.
Nicole. Her name is Nicole.
On the show, and his name is Nicole.
Nicole is the oldest. Let me.
Oh, that's why she always calm. She calm and shit.
Yeah, the one on the left is Nicole. She's the psychiatrist, and the one on the right is Danny. She used to be a model.
Right. And she is. So lead it up for a second. Let me give you a quick synopsis. So here we have the Dupree family. So that's Tamara plays Anita Dupree, and the Clifton Davis plays. What's the father's name? Swag.
His name is Vernon.
Vernon Dupree, and his two grown daughters. What did you say her name was? Vivica. What's her name?
Nicole and Danny.
I'm done. I told you I ain't even.
So and Danny was married to Bill. What's Bill's last name?
Hamilton.
Bill Hamilton.
I've got them too. So
now look at it. This is Black Beauty. Look at that. Look at that. What happened?
What's the matter, Portia?
Speak, girl. What's wrong with you?
You know, I like that it is is black people. I'll go with that, but it definitely is one type of black people, except my
No,
male.
it is not. This is just their headshot. It's all shades.
I need to see the shades. Is what I need to see, not the headshots that have been lighted.
Yeah, well, that's because that's what it is. It's most of these people are dark skinned. The one that plays the psychiatrist's husband, he's dark complected.
Right,
I know.
Ted down in the lower corner.
Ted, wait a minute. Ted, up here in the orange, she's dark complected. She's under lights. The young lady,
a lot of lights.
A lot of lights. Seriously, because on the show, it's shot darker, so even the light skinned people look darker.
Yeah, I just like to see all
This
shades.
Sean that plays Andre,
handsome, like that's why I
Right.
like Sumter so much.
Yeah, Andre, he's darker skinned.
he's dark, and they are married. The woman up here that's beside Timon, she is dark complected, and on the show she's married to him, to Andre, and they're a dark complected couple.
We'll get there as long as there isn't colorism. I just like to see all shades.
No, they
we
picked
come
the
in
best.
all shades.
They picked the best actresses for them because it's
Right.
good.
And this is not the entire cast. This is just kind of pointing out some of the families on the show, but there are other characters that you don't see on here.
Right, and
so.
Miss Grant is darker complected. This is she must have been going for a white woman role here on headshot.
I guess I don't know. I just don't like when they whitewash them. That's all I'm saying. Like, just
So
show
Beyond the Gates tells the story of the Dupree family, a prominent family that has built a community in fictional town, Maryland. And they are, it's fictional. Yeah, fictional town, Maryland.
Okay.
That's not the name of the town, but
I was gonna ask you again.
Portia.
Can you move?
Portia, right.
Later.
Play along. So they are this prominent family whose family built the community behind the gates. So they are a prominent. One's married to the psychiatrist. Nicole is married to another MD. She's married to a doctor, and the model, Trent, the model who's a former model, she has two daughters by Bill. And their best friend married their daddy. And so that's a whole blow up thing. So if you catch the first 2 weeks,
So it's drama, it's family drama, medicine.
Drama.
So I could,
The first scene you see is Danny Dupree throwing a mug across the room to no one. She's like, damn it! Right. And the people are so pretty and evil and twisted, and it's wonderful. Yes, at 2 p.m. Now, another surprise I have, because I love this show so much, me and my favorite Afro person, Brandon, will be doing this. Can you put it up for me? We will be doing a short podcast, about 15 minutes weekly. It's called The Gatekeepers, Beyond the Gates Recap Podcast. So, I mean, because we are celebrating Black excellence here, and shout out to CBS for doing it seriously, and it is doing gangbusters in the ratings. I never saw myself as a
CBS fan.
As a soap opera person, first of all. Now I get to sound like my grandma. Don't call me between 2 and 3 because I'm watching my stories.
Right. that was us growing up. Between 12:30 and 4, that was, that in my grandmother's house, it was locked on CBS. It was Young and the Restless, and then it was The Bold and Beautiful, then it was As the World Turns, and it was Guiding Light. Don't bother her during that time. But that's on a different channel. Nobody in my house watched
network, another network. Which that still comes on TV, by the way.
It does.
That Bold and Beautiful and Young.
My family was a CBS soap opera family. We ain't even talk about the other soap operas.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, I was like, okay,
right.
Yeah, I was a Young and the Restless girl. I love me some Shamar Moore. Okay.
Just that light skin. That's he was the world's worst actor.
Oh my God! But all
for the first 7 years, he finally eased into it.
But now we get Bill from we get Bill Hamilton from
And he a thick old bearish motherfucker too.
yeah. What's his name?
His
Timon
name
Brett.
His
Yeah.
name Timon. And he looks so much better older. I mean,
Mhm.
I ran into him a couple times when he was younger. You know, he was a old pretty boy, floor ass nigga. You know, and you know he was alright, but then that nigga got about 50. Shit.
Silver Fox.
I know. Got the silver in his beard and stuff. Like,
And I love this because there are people of non-color on the show, and they are ancillary characters to the black people. I mean, black people is doing it. So check out
Is
Beyond.
it a step above Tyler Perry, or what would you say?
Oh, absolutely. The budget is higher. The acting is better. You know, but if you're into Tyler Perry, Beauty and Black is back to finish off their first season on Netflix. You know, like, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying we're just here to celebrate. Here to celebrate Blackness. But join us on Patreon in a few minutes. It's www.patreon.com/MailMediaMind. Become a paid member. Help us produce these podcasts and these, you know, with your opinions. Get exclusive content on our Telegram page. Some of the content is adult. So, you know, if you're a Catholic priest and you're offended by nakedness, this might not be the jam for you. Speaking of Catholic priest, shout out to the Pope. Praying for your recovery, all that good stuff. What else I have to say? Swag, what you got coming up this week? Anything?
I am hoping I will find because I have not done it in a while. I'm hoping I'll find Are the Straights Okay? Because I haven't had one in a couple of weeks. So
if you find one, Portia, can you avail yourself Tuesday night to join us?
I will. I definitely will for you guys. This is always a pleasure. So
Yeah, I mean, because you got to be in for a fresh when he whips out the entire. It's about
yeah, that's
why you got to say whip it out?
yeah. I mean, I can send you some from Reddit if you need me to. Just if I'm trying to.
He loves Reddit. I need to get into Reddit.
Reddit is for intellectuals, and they are trying to definitely like Russian bot corporate take over the shish. So get on it while you can before it becomes a cesspool.
It already sounds like a cesspool.
Yeah, it's just too many subreddits for it not to be. They haven't infiltrated them all, so I still.
I've heard about some of these subreddits and stuff like that. Like there's one now that something about somebody tried to accuse a YouTuber of like
yeah, it's a big drama.
CPS.
You gotta
Right.
join subreddit drama too, because subreddit drama gives you a synopsis on all the ones that you don't know. Anyway, yeah, we can have a whole tutorial.
Oh, I need to. I do need this.
Plus, they were the first to break it to me that Doechii was the woman of the year. Woo-woo.
So speaking of that, Dolce is making some very interesting moves.
Shots for Doechii. Okay.
She's doing Instagram reels with Will Smith. She's showing up on the red carpet.
I love her. I only want the most success for her.
Absolutely, I'm a Doechii
I'm
stan.
just gonna need her not to be posting videos with her doing lines of cocaine with guns to her head.
Okay, she can do whatever. She can put
I'm
it up
gonna need
on
her to refrain
I-
from that. So Dolce, I'm
She
gonna
can do no wrong. She can do no
I'm gonna
wrong.
send a message to your people and be like,
She got the straight boys mad though.
right? Because she told people that she told the straight people. We have a few minutes. We can talk about it now. She told the straight people she will not date she will date a man, but she will not date a strictly straight man.
She says straight men were a red flag, and what did the straight men do? Prove
Red
her right.
flag.
P. Conde, question for you: would you date a man that's on the queer spectrum? Honestly, save space here, no judgment.
Okay, I would date a bi man just because I could have two men at once.
I don't think you would.
I don't think women.
I don't think you would. I just think you said that because you're on TV. I don't think you would.
No, it's just always just been like a little, you know,
A little fantasy situation.
Portia is
Now-
very sex positive, so
Okay, but what about now? Would you feel some kind of way? And I'm keeping it real. Would you feel some kind of way once if they started focusing on each other and not on you? Would you be like, get back over here, or would you?
no, because that means it's more open. Like I just think that monogamy is just not. It's overrated in a sense. Like it works for some and not for all. Like it's just not the answer to everything. So
No,
if
I've
that's
been
what-
dying. I've been dying to ask the
I
straight.
think Oprah said it best a while ago, and this is the best quote I've ever taken. She said, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up and know if I'm gonna love you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna wake up and know what I want for breakfast. Something like that. And I've taken that.
You know, about $10 billion will make you say shit like that.
It's
So be
true.
careful.
Even though she's been with the same man, that's just her philosophy for not getting married because it makes sense. It's just we just want to make it easier for both of us to make the best decision. I think marriage is a business contract. If you want to get in that business contract, go ahead. But otherwise, you should be honest so you can date who you want to date. Like I just think all of this other stuff is just other people putting labels on it. So we can have a whole segment.
I have a question for you before we go to Patreon.
That was a segment. So
It was. So,
I'm flagged.
how do you feel about gay male porn? Do you watch gay porn? Do you watch gay male
I
porn
don't watch porn.
at all? Me
No.
either. I'm not a porn person.
I'm not a porn person. I grew up on softcore porn. Like I love Skinamax.
Skinamax, yeah.
I hit puberty.
Skinamax.
That's what they used to call it back in the day, Skinamax, yeah.
Prince and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Like that was how I knew I loved deep voices. Get over here. Good God. I swear to God. Whoever was
That's
So,
crazy.
I
Well,
watch
because I have a female
porn.
friend, she loves gay porn.
I can't watch it.
And so, you know, her and her husband are very loving, open people. Shout out to them. But he's like, Greg, I cannot stop her from watching gay porn. And he's like, I don't mind. She's never asked me to do anything, but she's like, I think it's a bit much. I was like, let her know that you know, your point can anything can become.
Can you watch it while he's not there or something? Like,
Right, I'm like, she was like, it's just something about them boys taking them big old dicks, and I just fell on like, God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. That's all I want.
People
we'll
like
have
what
to
they
do
like,
a whole
you know.
another segment on kinks and fetishes. And
Well,
stuff.
we talked about that a few weeks ago, and so like I guess the overall gist of it all is what we tell people: enjoy your life, do what you gotta do. But
as long as you're not hurting anybody else.
right, and I think the overall gist of it is you have to give people options. You have to let them know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? You cannot just wake up one morning, surprise, bitch. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're not taking care of yourself. That's my thing. If you're that kind of person that's not taking care of themselves and putting other people at risk, you're the worst human being ever. Those are the people I really do hate. Now, type of person that's just do like that other dude was that just took care of himself, and I didn't know you was ever on heroin. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with you making it a conflict. I'm okay though because hey,
you going back to that, so you're blaming the other person for making it an issue.
Yeah, I'm blaming you for making it an issue because you let it sit on your head for that long, and now you're like you've made me realize you took away an option from me. If that was something that you've made it complicated now. If when you hide something, keep it hidden, bitch. Because if you're not gonna break up with me, don't put it in my hand.
And you do have the right to keep things private. Even in a relationship and a marriage, you have a right to
as long as it doesn't harm me. He wasn't harming him. That story still bothers me because it's like you creating a conflict where there's not a shelter. Like
bro, you can have a drawer that I can't go in. I'm okay with
that. I'm totally okay with that. If they come to my door and say, hey, FBI most wanted, you've been staying here. Hey, you one of the women that's like, I didn't know. Oh my God, I didn't know he was a killer. I know I've lived with this man for 30 years, but I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
that
on
was
you.
that was me. I'm like, I didn't know that nigga was out there. That nigga had.
Thank you. That's on you.
I didn't know that nigga had hookers, dead hookers in the.
I'm nosy. That door would have been unlocked. So if there was something you didn't want me to know, you just need to tell me if you're not going to tell me. So that wasn't an issue. You're not doing heroin now. What the? Do I look like needing to know that information?
Well,
Anyway, Swag, you know how I feel. Like, you know, I don't
you don't have to
want
repeat that because, again, the only problem with that, and the only thing that makes it a problem is we have not answered this poor baby's question. We probably left him with more questions than answers. But the only thing that bothers me with this is that it's a little calculating for you to bring it up 3 years later.
After I've been emotionally invested, because that's why I asked you, and now you bring it back. I asked you, why does it matter? To me, it seems like you have ulterior motives to get back on the stuff now that you think that you got me.
Well, wait, no, I don't think that's what it is.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's how crazy I am. That's what I would be thinking. That you told me.
Someone that is so secure in themselves. See, that's why you make me crazy. You just make me crazy.
No, you did, because first off, why are you telling me 3 years later? Obviously, you might have slipped up and did it in an alley 3 nights ago, and I may find it. You didn't nobody just gonna wait 3 years.
She went all the way over there. Pete, let me just say this. If I ever had a question that you are with the right person, you are with the right person in your life now. Now you tell him that I love him, and y'all are the right people for each other. Y'all never. I have never met two people that were more right for each other.
Yeah, big joker.
Not a question. There is not a reserve in my mind.
We about to leave now. You don't know if we coming to your neck of the woods or not, talented Mr.
Come on.
You don't know.
Come on through. Listen, you know what I got. You know what I got in my kitchen? I got a Bartesian machine.
Listen, I got to charge this and I got to get on this road. So what we doing?
I got a Bartesian machine, and we just got the frozen daiquiri.
The next call you may see may be me coming live from
All right, with that said, America, we have reached. All right, with that said, America, we have reached the 1:30, the bewitching time of 1:30. We have sincerely, it's already 1:30. We sincerely been with you for the last 90 minutes, and I love you all. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I woke up this morning, I did not have a show, and you just I went in my sus box. Thank you guys always for providing me.
Yeah, thank you for the sus box. I do want to update on that second story, as we said. I do. I really do.
I need updates on both of these because I'm rooting for this.
The first one pissed me off. If he update me and piss me off again, I'm gonna be mad. Like
I don't think they're gonna break up, Portia.
Tell him he's creating drama. Just tell him he's creating drama, and I sincerely.
So let me just get this right before we.
You're
saying he should have kept it a secret.
I am saying that if you kept it a secret and you were fully off of it, it's not a secret. It's a hey, oh yeah, this is something that happened before. I just didn't.
But that's what he said.
Hold on. I didn't think of mentioning it because I was done. You telling me 3 years later lets me know it's still on your mind, and I do think you just got finished doing it 3 days ago. That's all I'm telling that man right there. When he update, tell him to be honest. Tell him did he slip back into doing it? Because that's what I think is going on some real. I think that's happening. Tell him to update me.
Yes, ma'am. Please download her music on any streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music. P. Candy. Period Candy with an I. She is the
new music videos coming soon. As you can see, I'm doing my hair and everything on this live.
She is the most talented rapper that we.
Yeah. We got it together. Thank you for your support.
I can't wait to break through and I can blackmail her with this footage. Send me a check. That's my sister.
We out this piece.
Send me a check.
We out this piece.
Right, we're out here. So tune into Patreon, Swag, and thank you for being the best Vanna Black there is in the business. I'm gonna get you some letters to turn.
Swag.
You can catch him Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Please, Rip Roaring Good Time. Are the Straights okay? Shit his mama said. Tech Tuesdays. Now you know some shit is good when you remember other people's segments because I don't even remember my own. So you know it's good shit out there. And again, don't forget Pete Candy on all streaming services. Apple Music, Spotify. Don't fuck with Spotify.
Don't fuck with Spotify.
Hey, are you
Apple
on?
and Vivo are my favorite. Apple
Are
and
you
Vivo.
on Tidal?
I am on Tidal. I am a legitimate artist, everybody. So Tidal.
Will they pay well? Don't Tidal.
Tidal pays less than Apple, everybody. Apple Music pays the
Okay.
most.
So
artists.
Jay talked all that shit and he pays less.
And
than
Jay sold it. So Jay doesn't even own anything about it anymore. And that was another thing that they talked about. That's another reason why him and Nicki Minaj fell out a little bit, like have a little bit of things, because Tidal was not for artists as it seemed. He just got a big payout from it. So more on that on Hip Hop Madness. If you guys want to join, just give you a little plug in Hip Hop Madness there, just so that you guys get a little bit more.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys as always for joining us here on the Saturday Sit Down with Amanda Townsend, Mr. Drayton. Each Saturday, not each Saturday, I got another about 8 episodes.
I mean, we try. Shit.
Right. I have about 8 episodes for my latest. Summertime. Catch me on Instagram, the Townsend Mr. Drayton. Well, you can't catch me on Facebook because Facebook keeps making me want to make a fan page. I'm going to make one today, I promise. Yeah, I promise you. So all those 700 friend requests I have pending, I'm going to.
He said bye.
You better put that cute face down. Look at the baby.
Bye, everybody.
So cute. Oh my God. Look at the baby. All right. Go ahead. Hold that. Go ahead. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Mr. Franklin, Mr. Dion, Mr. Mike. Thank you so much for
participating. Big joke in the back. Bye.
Well, go ahead and roll those closing credits, please. Thank you.
All right.
Join us every weekend, oh, the vibe's so fine. Saturday, sit down with Mr. Drayton. Shine!
Grab a friend.